Realities. One of the disturbing realities that I have to deal with weekly in group therapy is listening to prisoners who have served 15 to 20 to 25 years in prison. And when they begin to share how their life of crime has affected their family and friends and people they know, some of them, when they begin to retrace their steps and the influence they have manifested over others, not for the better, but for the worse, they begin to cry. And then they ask the question that we all ask: what can I do to fix this? To which I reply, you cannot undo your past. It is done and said in time. But you can deposit new hope by allowing your changed life to be an influence of positivity to whoever you meet. You didn't hear what I just said. David, everybody say David. David had done something wonderful in his life. And if he was a member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church right now, we would throw him out head first.
You better preach that.
How do I know? Because I've seen others who've done not even half what David did. And you ain't gonna talk about it, right? And the church has turned and not only thrown them out, but left them for dead.
You better say so.
But one thing David did not do, no matter how low he went in life, and trust me, the consequences of David's behavior unleashed itself on his household and all those who were connected to him. And understand this, people, sin is never done in isolation. How we behave affects somebody else. And right now, there are many of us whose life has not brought others closer to Christ, but actually some of us have brought people who have come into contact with us closer to the devil. Because there are some spirits, demonic spirits, who we've allowed to attach themselves to us, so wherever we go, they go.
Wow.
We're messed up. Oh, come on in here. And you are known by the company you keep. Yeah, I know you were going to get quiet. Yeah. My mom said, if you lie with dogs, misery loves what? If you're living a messed up life, anyone who hangs out with you for too long will become messed up too. But in spite of David's degrading, sinful actions, taking one of his, and let me tell you what he did. If you've forgotten, David took one of his closest soldiers' wife and made her pregnant. He thought that sex would be unforgettable. It was. Come on in here. Then he tried to get her husband to sleep with her. I think in Jamaica they say he was trying to give him. You know, some of you are too holy for your own good. Why are you acting like you don't know what I'm talking about? And when that did not work, he assigned him to the front of battle, where he died. Listen. Give me just a little bit more on this one. Listen. In spite of the fact that after he did that, listen, you've got to understand whatever you sow. His son raped his half-sister in a fit of sexual lust, because the Lord already told him that what you sowed is going to be reaped in your house. And somebody said the apple never falls. In spite of the fact that his other son tried to kill him, and his other son was a womanizing, no good player who had over 300 concubines and many strange women. Because our children take their cue from us, and many of us have been so unspiritual that we cannot believe what we're seeing transpire in front of our eyes right now. David, in his deepest stress, refuses to let God go. Hear me in here, somebody. Because he realizes that this is all he has. Is there anybody in here who who has, I'm not preaching to those who are leaving for heaven after you leave this thing. And I'm not mad at you. If you're bathed and covered in olive oil and you're ready for translation now, good. Peace be unto you. But can I speak to those who are having some trouble in their life? Have you ever been left high and dry till all you have left is Jesus? Can I preach to someone? Have you ever been so low down that when you think about what you've done, you say, God, have mercy on me, Jesus? David realizes that all he has left is his relationship with God, and he now understands more than ever that if he loses God, he loses his life. So he says, if you will forgive me, God, and have mercy on me, do not deal with me based upon what I've done, but help me, God, so that I can show you what I will do next. If you fix my heart, devil, you're a liar. If you fix my heart and restore me by the power of your cleansing blood, then hallelujah. I will teach those who are messed up by sin that the God that I serve can not only change them, but I'll show them that he changed me. And this is the word to someone in here right now. You cannot undo your past or the people you've hurt. But if you will allow God to turn your heart around and begin to walk in faith, then you will have the opportunity to repair the evil you've done by living good. So today I realize life is not about me. It's about the fact that if I'm willing to humble myself before God, he's willing to use me to be a spiritual influence to those who do not know him. Life is about people becoming closer to God by coming into contact with you. You didn't hear what I just said. Imagine that, victory making. This is deep, that in spite of our sinful behavior, God is still willing to use me. Oh Lord have mercy, I think I'm by myself. He wants to use you, but first he wants to change you. God still wants to use me to go and tell somebody and show somebody that he is the way, the truth, and the life. So I cannot preach this to anyone else in here right now, but I've come by here to preach to myself. If you could use anybody, Lord, you can use me. Use me so I can tell someone they don't have to stay in their sins, that but the burdens are lifted at Calvary. Jesus is very near. Use me so I can tell someone, even though they have not always been faithful, God we serve is faithful. Can I get a witness? Faithful is our God. Use me to tell someone when everyone else lets them down or turns their back on them, God will never leave them or forsake them. Use me to tell someone that if they have fallen by the wayside of life, come on in here, and they are totally broken, the potter will put them back together again. You all don't want to shout on that. But the song says, I was sinking. Come on.